Hey, man. King Senior. We got right here, new face.
Yeah.
The one and only legendary Storytime with legendary Jerry. Once again, I am Jerry Clark, new face. And we're here with the king, man.
You did.
And we gonna agree to disagree on a lot of stuff, but the thing is, I want to say it and I'm gonna keep saying it. I got a whole lot of respect for this brother.
Likewise.
And one thing about this show that we do, we gonna give you your flowers, brother. We gonna
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
but what you said was some bullshit, though.
No, it wasn't.
What you said was some bullshit.
No, it wasn't. No, what you said was some bullshit.
Nah, I'm telling you. Look, bro.
Nah, man, think about Newface got a question,
think about
man.
back in the 70s when you was young.
Stop. I wasn't born into the 70s. You were born in the 70s too, wasn't you?
Lies, nefarious lies, propaganda. Listen, you trying to mislead the nefarious, egregious, nefarious lies and propaganda. Yeah. Hey, look though, but pick a time, anytime in your life where the conversation hadn't been that these young niggas is fucking shit up. Whether you was a young nigga, an old nigga, it always was these young niggas is fucking shit up. When you was a young nigga, it was old niggas saying y'all young niggas was fucking shit up. Course. So now you's an old nigga saying that these young niggas, yes you will. Yes you will. Where you going tomorrow?
Hey, man. Hey, boy, damn.
That was semi-cold.
Damn, boy.
That was semi-cold.
Boy, I tell you, boy. That's why this nigga a comedian. God dog.
Hey, man.
That's why this nigga is a comedian.
But it's always been that way. It's always been, older people that was looking at younger people saying that the younger people was, like ruining things for, whatever the older people wanted it to look like. It's always been like that.
No, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick to saying that they hate the same balance. But I'm going to leave that there.
You can say, but good thing about facts and opinions. Good thing about facts and opinions.
Exactly.
Because opinions,
you know what I do?
Opinions can float around anywhere and come from anybody. But them facts,
Brother Harris, you know what I do?
They come from what they call a source.
I stand on Brother Harris, I stand on nothing but facts.
Okay, all right, well show me. Show me.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Cool.
Right,
offline. Offline.
Man, and you talk about, comedian and everything. How has this 2-year period and this journey been for you? It's been an honor to watch the evolution from those early days when we at Blue Lagoon, holding the walls, doing this comedy to you, selling out with, most recently with Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Donnell Rawlings. Talk about this journey.
Well, they sold out. They sold out the arena. I just showed out. I just showed up. I did my thing. I enjoyed myself.
Got good though, man.
Man, he did a solid 10. Come on, man.
I saw the nigga out in Vegas. I said, damn. No, seriously, no, for real. Because if you white guy, I'd be like, hey, Harris, I don't know my nigga.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But
I know a lot of people waiting on the opportunity to do that.
Of course.
I'm fine with it.
Well, in New York,
I appreciate it.
Remember
in New York, those boos were not based on performance.
They had those on reserve.
Yeah, those were premeditated boos. They already knew what they wanted to do. You know. And then I learned something that day. I collected that data, and I put it.
What you do?
I collected that data. And I applied it to my future performances. You see, when you have a show where there are comedians mixed in with musical performers, and you just throw me in the middle of it, when people see me and you introduce me, they automatically thinking I'm coming to do
musical guest.
So when I come and start telling jokes, say, hey, so have you heard about? They're like, oh, hell no, man.
They turn into the Sandman of Apollo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it was. And I think a lot of the learning curve, it was definitely me wrapping my mind around or getting used to the skill set of comedic timing and how to formulate a joke and how to, present storytelling and end stories on punchlines and stuff like that. But it was also me having to go through the process of letting people take the time to get used to the thought of even considering me as someone who they would want to see on stage, laugh at. You know what I mean? So that had to take its own course.
I remember in the early days, there were just periods I'm looking in the crowd and they didn't know what to do.
They was shocked. They were shocked. And that's why I love it.
Like you said, they expect them to come out and do them hits.
But that's why I like it though, because I will never go out on stage to do music and get that kind of shock and awe from an audience. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I go out there, have a great show, it's like, well, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of expected. But if I go out and have a great show as a comedian, they're like, damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that.
You just did the 50th hip hop celebration at Yankee Stadium.
Which one? There's been 75 of them.
Right. At Yankee Stadium?
I'm talking about for real. No. It's been 75, 50 years. So Yankee Stadium was a big.
I was going to say, Yankee
Stadium was probably the biggest. That was probably the biggest.
Yankees.
That was, man, it was like just a magical moment. The venue was full of so many legends, you know, man, from so many eras.
Yeah.
You know, including like the people who like were round back when you was, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go with this shit, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do though.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey, I came up in the blues area.
Hey, man.
Oh, but this nigga my age though.
We
the same age bracket.
Lies. A lie don't care who tell you.
We in the same age bracket.
No, we not. That was a great time,
Let me
man.
say this, and I don't think.
Hey, look, the one in LA too is SoFi?
SoFi.
Yeah, that one was dope
that
too.
Was dope. That was just
real dope. Yeah,
for YouTube, right?
Yeah, I think
everybody was on that shit.
That was hard.
Man, I'm sitting here and as we talking and laughing and joning and shit, just seeing the growth, man. I remember, and I'm going back. This go bug you.
How far back?
You my age. So
lies.
So when you wasn't in your deal no more, or whatever happened, whether it dropped, whatever you want to say, when you and the record was brought to me to get you back hot again. And I remember meeting you and Jeter and Jason Jeter and seeing the fire in your eyes and the cockiness or whatever adjective or whatever. And to see you now, nigga, the growth, man.
Yeah.
Because it was brought to me, New Face, like, hey, we need to get him. You know, at that point in time in the industry, radio was damn near the end all be all. You get your record hot at radio.
That's right.
You know. So when I was very close to the program director and the record was brought to me and brought to him and it was put in, I remember meeting you. And like I said, I just want to, you know, this is just a statement and just to see your growth, my nigga.
Man, thank you.
You know what I mean? As a beautiful thing, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? And to watch you as a father and just a great father and all that shit. Man, I just want to tell you, man, we gonna talk our shit. Is that a fact?
Thank you.
Is that a fact?
That's actually a fact. That's actually a fact.
That ain't no opinion,
yeah,
huh?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So with where you are in music, I know you got, you told me the name of these last two albums.
Kiss the King and Kill the King.
Oh, I ain't know about the Kiss the one.
Yeah, Kiss the King. Kiss the King. It will prelude Kill the King. So it's just because I've done so much music for Kill the King, and some of the music is phenomenal and is new. It's a new sound, but it's not within the narrative.
And this is
of Kill the King. So I created another album to prelude Kill the King. It's called Kiss the King, and it's full of like R&B and you know.
So Vacay would be
on Kiss the King.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Who won some of the producers on that? Who you got on that?
Oh man, so I got my guy Champ, man, out of South Africa, who did Vacay.
Okay.
I got Hitmaker. He did some joints on there for me. Man, I got Yeah,
DJ Premier.
DJ Premier is for Kill the King.
Ooh.
No, for both, yeah.
Oh, for both.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
both.
Yeah. Definitely. Premier, JD, man, still working on getting that Organized Noise record done.
Man, that's what I want.
New
Phase, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
That's what I want to hear.
It's gonna be hard.
Go ahead, New Phase.
The one kind of basis that I put on social
Corey
media.
Corey Mo did a dope one.
Shout out to Corey Mo.
Yeah.
I would love, and a lot of people have agreed with me, man, just a updated version of Still Aint For Gay myself, because I think that's probably one of your most transparent and most received records that the streets, the people love. That's, a fan favorite. But
I actually got a record I won't compare it to, but I feel like it has the same elements, the same, it evokes the same emotion. And it's actually a feature with NBA Youngboy. Yeah. You know, it has a very soulful, like a jazz kind of feel to it, you know what I mean? And it's reflective and it's...
What's the time frame on both of your albums as far as dropping?
Man, I'm gonna put them out next year.
2024, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them out next year.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't decided who I want to partner with to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I think that's, you know,
like you mentioned earlier,
that's
when we
as
was talking about
important.
it's so many ways now for you to,
sure.
I mean, to get your
plug and play.
Plug and play.
Yeah.
And touch millions and millions of people worldwide.
That's right.
Speaking of being independent, I mean, we just dropped one of the most hilarious comedy films of our era with Departments, right?
That's
with
right.
Some of
Departments.
the greatest comedians that I know personally, but worldwide.
That's right.
Man, Departments. Talk about jumping into that arena and how that came about.
It's really just, I think most things of greatness are created out of necessity. You know what I mean? I think the idea started when DC Young Fly and I, we were moving around in LA, pitching an idea for another comedic series. Mm-hmm. And we were just sitting in meetings with people from streamers and networks and studio. And we were pitching this idea. And we were watching people judge and critique this idea who were outside of our culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of that goes on.
I'm talking about many layers removed from our culture, yet telling us what would and wouldn't work within our culture. And it's just rubbed us the wrong way. And we just left like, yo, we got to do this shit ourselves.
Yeah.
You feel me? And we just started putting our head together, and we just, you know, always vowed that whenever we had an opportunity and wherever it would come from first, whether he had something that he could pull me into or vice versa, that we would, you know, we would stay connected and we would reach out. And I just started, you know, just brainstorming of a concept, you know, of a community full of characters. You know what I mean? That have real life experiences. That kind of.
And you produced it, executive producer, produced it.
I produced it, wrote it, directed it, narrated it, casted it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But DC and I produced it together. Just like Carlos Miller, Lil Duval, Haha Mafia, and I executive produced it together.
So this is gonna be
Champ Hagen's, Tyler Chronicles, Ronnie Jordan, Haha Mafia, and I wrote it together.
So this is your full foray into this film.
Sure.
Writing and everything.
Yeah. It's the first universe that I can say I created.
For the film. I mean, if you wrote that, I know you got some other shit.
Yeah. We got a sequel we working on. I ain't in no hurry to shoot it. I'm gonna let the world enjoy this for right now. My next film that we're also writing and that I plan to direct is a romantic comedy.
Okay. And you acted and even did a film put out with Mike Epps. Is there anything that you learned from other films and the things that you learned while on set that you connected and used for this film?
Everything. I learned everything.
Idris Elba, you didn't work with.
I worked with so many phenomenal directors in my time, like, you know, from Chris Robinson to Ridley Scott to Mario Van Peebles to RZA to, you know, it's just been so many phenomenal directors that I worked with. And I've learned that a director's ability to communicate what he wants to an actor will enhance the performance, or it will stifle the performance. You know what I'm saying? When a director is very clear and concise with his messaging about what he expects to see this actor do for the camera, because both of us could read a script and we could see it 2-3 different ways. You know what I'm saying? But the director is the one, he's the conductor. So his vision is what's most important. So if he don't know what he wants from the actor and the actor just doing stuff You know what I mean?
And you direct departments.
Yes, I directed departments. Yeah.
How challenging was that? Like you said, that
it was an extreme challenge. It was very challenging. It was really like, man, it was like kind of creating pieces to a puzzle and then putting it together.
Great analogy.
You know what I'm saying? Like putting the puzzle together with like the pieces face down.
Shit,
yeah, I mean,
because the first big film you was in as an actor was that Takers?
I guess, what you mean? I guess
ATL
became a big film. Yeah. That was my first film. My
ATL.
Second film was American Gangster. My third film was Takers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you never went to acting class. This was all natural.
Yeah, I ain't never been to an acting class.
Y'all hear that? Tip Harris, no acting class. This all natural, man.
Yeah,
Westside Bankhead Acting School. The Bankhead School of Acting.
You know how long I acted like I had license when I got pulled over?
What you got pulled over? That was some acting.
I acted like I had license. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Hey, man, there's been a lot of reconciling and folks really putting past differences away. What was that call like when Gucci Mane called you?
Bruh, I mean, it wasn't never really no pressure though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all when, over the years when I used to hear it was, of course I knew it wasn't like Goo-Wop and Jeezy, but when I used to hear your name brought into it, I was wondering, was it just more of an association thing that, but that's what but regardless, when I saw y'all on stage, it made me smile, man, because I was like, man, this is two grown-ass men.
It was long overdue. You know what I mean? And we enjoyed ourselves. It was great for the city.
Shit, it was great. Not just,
great for trap music, you know what I mean? And I think great for the generation.
Yeah.
And speaking of men defense, since I had an opportunity to do that with Shorty Low as well before he transitioned.
Yeah, man, me and Low, we became neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He moved into my neighborhood, the neighborhood that I stayed in. And we became neighbors, and we were actually talking about like doing work together and shit. Like really, like a couple weeks before he passed, he was talking about going in the studio and getting some work done. But hey, man, who knows? You know what I'm saying? We still could get something done.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Did you and Lil Flip ever? Y'all ever? I know y'all. Did y'all ever sit down face to face?
We spoke. No, not face to face, but we did speak on the phone. And we had made plans to sit down and do an Expeditiously episode.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened, like as far as the scheduling and whatnot. And then I stopped doing them. So, you know what I mean?
You starting back?
I don't know, I might. So, I ain't like you. I ain't found the money. You found the money in this shit. I ain't found the money.
Nigga, stop with this. Cap ass.
I ain't found the money. Look. I ain't made no money. The Expedition.
No, look. Oh, trust me.
That shit was a labor of love. I didn't find no money. I didn't find
how many years I did Storytime with Legendary G?
Getting paid.
You know how many years I did Storytime before I said, man, I'm not doing this shit no more.
I mean,
I can't monetize it. But now,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, but now it's about monetization.
I feel you. So if I find to where I could invest as much of my time into it,
right,
and be properly compensated for that time.
The show was dope.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. I had some phenomenal discussions with some very interesting people.
Man, your numbers was great.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. But that was the only thing. I had great numbers and low residuals. I just didn't understand.
You said the first time. Hold on, man.
It didn't go. It wasn't connecting. But I enjoy all of the, all of the content that I'm seeing from all of you guys, man. I think that it's wonderful. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Mm-hmm. It was a sacrifice of your time, but you speak about that even with comedy. You sacrifice, a bag doing comedy when
I do,
right?
But I think I get a lot more enjoyment from that. That feel less like work. You know what I'm saying? Like with podcasting, it was like you got to be here at this time. You gotta sit here and come here and be in this city. And I'm like, man, come on, bro. I didn't really, comedy, I could just, get up, go and pull up and
hop out.
Do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And then get the hell on. And I feel like that's a little more, I don't want to say, it's a little more casual.
And it's more conducive to your lifestyle because you're an older guy now.
And then I hung out. I always hung out. In comedy clubs. I'll never be old as you.
You see, look, hey, I thought he was just gonna let it go. He waited. He got out a whole nother sentence, New Face, and then said that.
You forget who you talking to, man.
Then came
Mini
back.
clocks must stop.
Hey, this nigga came back and revisited. I said, "Oh, he just gonna let that shit go." We had Pastor Troy on the show, and we asked him about linking up with Master P. So we need to just have a big black male get together with everybody, not just music.
A big black male get together. What the hell? What's wrong with you? What you on? What you
Shout out
on,
to Cameron and Mace.
I'm Skrizzy. Hey, man, you know what? Leave me out of that one. We need to
get a lot of
lose my invite to that. You hear me?
Start it back up, man. Start that one back
hell
up.
no.
Hey, what you say? That's a big pause. But no, we was talking to Troy. He was just saying that he would love to get with Master P, and I was just listening to you saying that you hadn't got with a Lil Flip. Not that it mattered because everybody.
We spoke on the phone though. It ain't no pressure.
And there's a song came out, I think you flipping J Money. Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of
He said, I don't even know.
I ain't heard it. I don't have no issue with it though. I ain't got no, hey man, as youngsters, what I mean, we find ourselves in situations because we all, kind of fighting for positioning and earning respect.
Yep.
And that is a part of our, maturing into the men that we are today. So I don't hold no emotion.
Yeah.
I'm not emotionally attached to any of the actions or activities that happen. I dealt with it and I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anybody who is emotionally attached, because they wish they would have did something then that they didn't do, and they still living in that moment. But I'm satisfied with the outcome of all of my ordeals.
I will say that being there at that birthday bash when you got there.
Oh boy, that was a whole different. Hey man,
that one in the Pastor Troy.
What year was that?
Man,
damn, I was there too, backstage. Yeah. That was an incredible sight, Tim.
Yes, indeed. Those signs. Shout out to Mrs. Soul Design Signs. Game over.
I don't want to contribute.
Look at his hands. Look at this.
I don't want to contribute.
Whenever nigga do his hands like that.
I don't want to contribute to any more exacerbating.
And that's the evolution you talk about.
Exacerbating of any situation.
This the growth of this young man.
I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Now you got some big shit coming up in this Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Man, stop with that. This Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Mm-hmm. Hey man. This gonna be some real dope ass, fly ass.
I cannot wait, bro.
Play ass shit.
We gonna work on making it a real moment.
Please.
Yeah, we gonna work on.
They've added another show, so the city is waiting on 2 moments.
Okay. Hey man, what I want to tell you again, man, Brother Harris, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you
professionally. I got a lot of respect for you. That's why when I saw you the last call, I said, man, Tip, you gotta come on. You gotta come back, man.
Yeah.
You got to come back on the show.
Glad we got a chance to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad, man. Let me tell you something.
I got some donuts.
I want
got to have some donuts somewhere. Why would you think that? Donuts in this motherfucker, man. What are donuts?
Hey, man, but once again, appreciate you, man. It's Jerry Clark. Love, brother. Jerry Clark.
Always
a.k.a. the legendary Jerry. Got my brother New Face.
We here.
And the King was in the building.
King.
Appreciate you, dog.
Right on.
We signing off. Storytime with Legendary Jerry. Until next week. You dig. Storytime with Legendary Jerry, man. The special segment, the special weekly segment. My brother New Face was there with my brother Tip, the King Harris. New Face, what we doing this week, man?
Hey, man, we celebrating a legend, right?
Damn right.
We got Legendary Jerry, Storytime with Legendary Jerry. Shout out to iHeart.
Okay.
And we got the King of the South, right?
The King.
Okay.
And we celebrating again 50 years of hip hop, right?
Okay.
And I'm just ask you a couple quick questions. We celebrating 50 years of hip hop. one of your favorite moments throughout these years of hip hop, not including yourself, but maybe just
that's crazy.
A couple moments that just were big for the culture, in your opinion, that kind of shifted things.
There's a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that banned in the USA, Luther Campbell having to fight for his First Amendment right to be able to say what he wanted to say, going all the way to Supreme Court and winning. That was huge moment.
Huge.
NWA, straight out of Compton, fuck the police moment, you know what I mean? Them being arrested on stage and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That was big. Of course, LL, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the I Need Love, I'm Bad, like that run, that album, that shit, I think that was like kind of the first like big, like I guess national presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then let me see here. The Tupac years, all of that shit. From the introduction to the arrest when he shot the cops in Atlanta and got off, to when he had to go to prison, to when he got out, got on death row, to all that shit was, incredible moments. Outkast, Goody Mob, Organized Noise, the introduction was amazing. Jermaine Dupri, Criss Cross, Dallas Austin, ABC, you know what I'm saying? I think that was big. For me, I was a kid at the time, so that was like huge for me. He was 30, so he don't know.
Here we go.
He don't know nothing about that.
Here we go, says the man in my age bracket, but go ahead.
I think, man, it's so many, it's a lot of phenomenal moments. Jay-Z selling 5 million the first time with Hard Knock Life. DMX having 2 number one records in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? That was huge. The Chronic was a moment. The Chronic leading into Doggy Style, leading into Murder with the Cage, leading into the Dog Pound album. All that shit was a moment.
Doggy Style or the Chronic, what would you lean to personally? Better in your opinion?
I don't know, man. I probably, I ain't gonna say better, but I haven't heard the Chronic as much as I have Doggy Style in recent years. So the Chronic would probably be a little more, it would be fresher to my ears right now. Mm-hmm. Wu-Tang, that I was in New York that year when Wu-Tang, I think it was Wu-Tang and that's when Bad Boy introduced themselves, Biggie and all that shit happened.
Well, you just covered you covered every region, the whole gamut.
Yeah, I mean, shit. UGK, Rap a Lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Scarface, Ghetto Boys, all that shit. You feel me? 8-Ball, MJG, Cash Money, Hot Boys,
No
P.
Limit.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of moments throughout history. I can't just think of.
And most recently, Nas and Steve Stout celebrated Scarface and Rakim, awarded them $250,000, and gave them a good foundation, celebrated them, much needed and well deserved. But if they were to consult with Tip and ask them, next year, who should we put in that position and honor? Who would you, in your opinion, name 2 people that would be deserving of such an honor?
Of such an honor tell me what the honor is.
They awarded
again.
them $250,000.
Okay.
And celebrated them, and then the whole arena pulled up, the whole South. Every Nas awarded them. And
man.
Ice Cube brought out Scarface. Nas brought out Rakim. Gave them their flowers and just gave them a lot of appreciation.
Man, I would probably. Man, that's tough. So, simply because I feel like it should probably be people who have not been celebrated as much as they should have.
Mm-hmm. And not as financially well off.
8-ball MJG.
That's
you know
a good
what I'm saying? And Kilo Ali.
We got another kilo.
Yeah, another kilo.
We got another kilo.
Second time.
And lastly, I'm gonna just pull out some things, that I've collected over the years, featuring yourself.
Okay.
We
New Face was
talk
there.
about the gang. This was the first.
Okay, now.
Ha Ha Mafia shirt.
That's right.
I know it was limited because shout out to Tyler. You got a misprint, but
yeah, that's right.
This is actually signed by all the greats that we talked about the apartment, so they are part of that. So congratulations on the year of that.
Already.
And what I want to do is bring out, if you could, the tip today could say something to the tip that I'm about to pull out. What would you say to this tip right here on this cover? Tip today. What would you say to that young man right there?
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Okay. This one right here.
The same message for all of them.
It don't change.
Same message.
It don't change. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Okay, that's the same message, right? This one.
Yeah.
No, definitely. He said definitely that message for him.
Okay. Yeah.
I tell him, don't pull up to that Walgreens.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay. And this one just say a couple words of encouragement. This brother just got out of prison.
Yeah,
and you guys had a relationship. Have you guys spoke?
Yeah, we spoke. Yeah, we spoke all through through his bid, and we spoke soon as he got out. The day he got out. Yep.
Okay. And this group right here, we spoke about him. But, did y'all ever meet?
We done met in passing, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never spent no extended periods of time around each other, but we did get a chance to meet in passing.
This brother's evolution, Michael, one of probably the greatest albums of last year, and
That's
the Project
right.
Phenomenon that you were a part of as
Right
well.
on, right on.
His evolution and you guys growing.
Man, well deserved, you know what I mean? And celebrated.
And we spoke about this one right here.
Right on.
We got a chance to do the show with him. Epic moment in Atlanta. That New Face was there.
Yeah, honored to be a part of it.
This brother right here.
Yeah,
Man, I love that dude.
That's Fizzle. That's my partner. That's my brother.
People saying, and what would you say right here? This
Man, the skate, that was probably, you know what I'm saying, I was a fan of this particular group, and you know what I'm saying, I prophesized.
You manifested?
I prophesized, manifested, and envisioned myself.
And it happened,
between the legs of the one.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
I can say that.
Lastly, we got this brother, man. We know about this group right here.
Man, that was my first feature. Probably the first verse that introduced me to the world on this
Parental
album right
advisory.
here. Yeah,
Man.
PA. That's right. Reese, Mello, KP.
Definitely, man. Well,
For
I want
sure.
to always just say thank you for always blessing me with the opportunity, signing the collection. Always being solid every time.
Love and respect.
You
Yes,
deserve
sir.
it all. Love and respect.
I appreciate you.
Already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Storytime with the legendary Jerry. That New Face special segment is always incredible. Thank you, New Face. Thank you, King.
Man, come on, man. Forget about it.
Boy. Until next week, Storytime with
Let's
legendary
go.
Jerry. We out.
Yeah.
Storytime with the legendary Jerry is hosted by me, the one and only Jerry Clark. Music has been provided by July, the producer. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to Storytime with the legendary Jerry on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at the Legendary Jerry Podcast. For more podcasts from iHeartMedia, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.